Happy Friday, my brave bandicoots! You may or may not have noticed, but I've been missing weeks on my vlog. It hasn't been on purpose. It hasn't been for lack of trying. I've opened up blank page many times and just stared. Been thinking about what topic I should discuss. What do I want to talk about? What might others want to hear from me? And have found myself without. It's frustrating. A lack of inspiration. Well, it's not as dire as that. I have ideas and things I know I want to do at some point, but I guess I was hoping to have a buffer before I attempted some of these rather big projects that I had in the back of my mind. But I think this is reflective of a bigger problem that we all have from time to time. A rut. I always love doing some of the bigger projects that I'm working on from time to time. They excite me. They are thrilling to think about, but I know I have to take time on them. In the short term, however, there are smaller projects that can be a bit more difficult to work through. These smaller projects don't inspire my heart in the way the larger-than-life concepts do. It's like email. Once upon a time, getting email and answering email was a novelty. It was new and exciting. Now I receive way too many emails on a daily basis, and sometimes it feels like it's the only thing I accomplish in a day. It must be done, and I feel great when it's accomplished, but it can be a bit of a slog to make it through. I know this happens to everyone. A sort of writer's block? Perhaps. It might also just be a bit of writing fatigue. In the last 18 months, I have finished 2 books, 4 articles, 18 newsletters, and around 26 vlogs. This is the work of someone pre-tenure. Publish, present, and make yourself known to the world around you. It is exhausting. This upcoming year, I have at least 11 presentations coming, with a possibility of more. It's exciting to share with so many people, but it also takes its toll. The other thing is, I've been desiring more space for myself, for personal life. Since I left grad school at Michigan State back in 2010, I put my personal life somewhat on hold. I made certain spaces for family, but there were certain other things that I told myself, this just needs to wait. But one can only do this for so long. Back in February, I created a list, 34 for 34, 34 things to do in my 34th year. A fair few of these were somewhat work-related, but many of them were personal life things that I wanted to do for a while, but simply hadn't made space for. While my completion rate since February is not great, I think I've completed something like 9 with another 10 in progress, it still pushed me to think about what's good for me. Just me. This job requires I serve many masters. My teachers, my students, my colleagues, my department, my college, my university, my profession. I need to think about how I can serve myself so I can be a better servant to others. So, will I complete all 34 things? Probably not, but that just means those uncompleted pieces will take precedent in my 35th year. In addition, there will not be judgment of what I have not accomplished. Instead, I will stand back and be thrilled with what I did. Those were things that perhaps might not have happened otherwise. Perhaps that's the larger takeaway for myself in general. Be proud of what you have done rather than be hung up and frustrated by what is still left to do. It will be accomplished eventually. But just remember, the process is just as important as the product. Just keep swimming. But for now, a haiku. The journey is long. It involves some product, but don't forget process.